I'm Tim.
I'm Kim.
We're headed to Yosemite. We'll be staying the next couple of nights in Mariposa, which is about an hour out of Yosemite Valley. And we are looking forward to doing some hiking and seeing the waterfalls. And it's actually been quite a while since I've been to Yosemite Valley, and I think it's been quite a while since Kim has been to Yosemite Valley.
Long time.
So we're definitely looking forward to the next couple of days, and we'll try to capture as much as we can for you. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Well, we rolled into Mariposa, and there was a lot of Tesla charging stations, but not a Tesla to be found. We just needed some gas, so we stopped in and got some Grizzly gas. We'd never really hung around in Mariposa before, so we had to do some shopping. There was a lot of shopping to be found. Look at those duds. We've been on the road for a long time, so we was both hungry and went and got dinner at Frederick's of Savory. We went to bed early and got ready for our day in Yosemite. Now, everybody's familiar with our big snowpack out here, and of course, as the days have heated up, the threat of flooding becomes more and more. When you first get sight of the Merced, it is raging. It's like, holy smokes, that's a lot of water coming down there. Only a couple minutes past the Tunnel Rock entrance into Yosemite, you run into your first waterfall. Found a parking spot in a fairly full parking lot at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are off to explore the Yosemite Valley, especially the visitor center, and of course where we'll be going to Yosemite Falls. I'd never seen so many wood bees or carpenter bees in one place. They were pretty cool. We have them around here, but not like this. They had a sign that said that they don't sting. We went through the cemetery at Yosemite, and then we headed out for the falls. But Kim needed to make a phone call first. We arrived at Yosemite Falls. One of my favorite walks is to the base of the lower falls. Yeah, great walk. Your hand says you don't have a strap. Taking a picture is a little bit hard here. Across the bridge? Get ready for the blast. fresh with excitement, still with cold mist in our hair, we began the very pretty walk back towards Yosemite Village, where we were going to catch the shuttle to Awani. About time to have a nice cold drink and maybe a little grub. I hadn't been to the Awani since the mid 2000s, and it never ceases to be such a beautiful place. It's under a lot of renovation right now. In fact, the dining room is closed, but it's still well worth the time to take a half hour and walk through the building and then sneak into the bar, order a small appetizer, and have a glass of wine. Now, we didn't come to the Awani to shop, but there is shopping there. And we'd been looking for throw pillows for the RV, and we found this beautiful hand embroidered pillow. Picked up another Pendleton to go with it. Very happy. Like I mentioned, the Awani is undergoing a lot of restoration right now, so some of the areas, some of the beautiful vistas aren't really open to go sit out and look at Half Dome. Scheduled to be done by 2024, so a lot of earthquake retrofitting being done, and hopefully everything will be back to normal next year. We did enjoy a nice glass of wine. One of the coolest things about the Awani is if you're hankering for another waterfall, the Royal Arch Cascade is right outside the door, just a very short hike. Kim and I took the hike up there. It's absolutely beautiful trail, and it's just well worth it. It's a moderately vigorous waterfall, so you can get up pretty close to it. I think you could probably, if it wasn't such heavy runoff, you could probably get a shower in it. You got to be a little bit careful because stuff is coming over these waterfalls, and you wouldn't want to get hit in the head by a decent sized log that's been dropping 500 feet. But we had a great time hiking up there, and we got right up to the brink of the falls. It's really cool. When at the Awani, I really recommend doing this little hike. It's probably only a quarter mile at the most, but it's really cool. You get to go through some big rocks. The trail's well maintained, and it's heavily shaded, so it's very comfortable from a temperature perspective, and it's just a beautiful little walk. I would take some bug repellent though. Depending on the temperature, you may get into mosquitoes. Next, we headed over to the Swinging Bridge picnic area with its iconic views of the meadow, which is really underwater right now, and Yosemite Falls. A mama merganser and her 8 or 9 babies kept us entertained for a while. She really wanted to get down below the bridge, but she couldn't find the way, so Her and her babies paddled back and forth quite a bit. Actually got a little bit stressful because she couldn't get below the bridge. That water's actually up to the bottom of the bridge, so they were having a tough time, and with people on both sides, they were really kind of struggling to figure out where to go. I hope they made it all right. They were so cute to watch. They were very entertaining. For about a half hour, actually, we watched those little buggers go back and forth. As you can see, the water really was up to the bottom of the bridge. There was actually a sign that said if the water is on the bridge that you couldn't go on the bridge. But it's a really peaceful area. There were a number of people that were kind of picnicking along the edge of the river. And like I said, you got just a gorgeous view of Yosemite Falls from that location. There's a lot of good shade. It's just really, really pretty place to spend half hour, half a day. You have your picnic supplies with you. We really enjoyed our time. We were packing up to leave, and I caught a flash of color out of my eyes, and this western tanager was hanging out in the trees.
Well, day one of Yosemite is done. We're on our way home.
Well,
What'd you think?
Back to the hotel room.
Yeah, back to the hotel. I guess I ain't home, but
It was amazing. I'm tired. Could still be there. Never get tired of it.
we had a good day. We're waiting at the red light to cross the single lane bridge on the Merced River, so we thought it'd be a good time to recap the day a little bit. We hiked to the base of the lower Yosemite Falls and got a good shower and played in the breeze.
So many waterfalls. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
We saw Merganser Mama and her 8 or 9 babies floating around in the Merced River trying to figure out where to go with all the crazy current.
Yep. Met some nice people.
We did. We met a cool guy from Germany that had brought his RV over on the boat, and they were RVing around the U.S. Really cool. We actually just saw them parked at a campsite, campground just up the road a little bit. We talked to him a couple hours ago. Fun day.
Yep. Popular place.
Yep. Yeah, popular place. Take care. Talk to you later. Tim.
And Kim.
We're on our way home. We took a little side trip into Murphy's to have a little lunch and do a little shopping. I needed some spices from the spice tin. We did a little shopping in Mariposa this morning, and we're on our way home. Thoughts on the trip?
I thought it was, I liked splitting the 2 days up between 2 different places.
Yeah.
Instead of going to, I mean, I would have loved to have gone back to Yosemite, but the drive between there and Murphy's is beautiful. Murphy's was quiet.
Yeah.
We kind of had it to ourselves.
Yeah, that was nice.
Had a great lunch at V's Bistro, and yeah, it's a beautiful day, and we're not all worn out.
Yeah, the challenge today, so it's right about an hour from Mariposa to Yosemite Valley and an hour back, and it's a curvy, windy road. It's not terrible, of course, in a Jeep, but it's something it's not an easy drive. And so we looked at that, 2 hours driving into the valley, and then we would have a 3-hour drive home because of road closures in and out of Yosemite. And we just decided that by the time we got there, we just about have to turn around. So we just decided it'd probably be better this trip to just enjoy the ride home, do a little more shopping in Mariposa, hit some places in Murphy's, and
it's totally relaxing.
And then call it a day. I think if we could find a window to go back in June, I think we'd really like to go back in June. There's a couple of options staying closer to the park that I think we'd like to explore. It didn't seem terribly out of line for pricing. Now in June that might be a different story, but we'll check it out. Anyways, it's just a lot easier if it's only a 15 or 20 minute drive into the park than an hour in and an hour back, and you got to fuel every day, and
No telling what kind of line you're going to get.
yeah, no telling what kind of line you're going to get going in. So anyways, it was beautiful. The waterfalls are absolutely fabulous, as you'll see, or as you saw in the rest of this video, and definitely recommend it, especially midweek if you get the opportunity, even if it's just for an afternoon. Go and see nature's splendor.
Pretty awesome.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Okay. Till next time, K&T Adventures. I'm Tim.
I'm Kim.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.